Hello and welcome everybody to Film 150. My name is Michelle Trujillo. I am a working filmmaker and associate lecturer for the film department here at UWM. So I'm going to start this intro video off by giving you guys a little bit of an overview of the course. As you can see, we're on the class Canvas page. I'm going to hop on the syllabus, which is already online in case any of you guys want to take a look at it. So here you can find my email, which I'm pretty responsive. You guys can feel free to email me whenever. I will email you back when I can.
So this course will never be meeting in person or online at any synchronous time. This course is asynchronous. What that means is that you guys will have work assigned to you once a week. You can complete your work whenever you want, as long as you meet all of the course deadlines. You guys will have work assigned to you at 9 a.m. every Monday morning. So every Monday morning you can be expecting an email with instructions, and those instructions will also be put onto Canvas. My office hours are Tuesday from 9 to 11 in the morning.
This is online and by appointment. So this course takes a critical look at multiculturalism in America, with a particular attention to race and ethnicity and how they intersect with other axes of identity, such as gender, class, sexuality, and ability. So we're going to be using short and long films, videos, fiction, as well as documentary films, and other associated readings as the primary tools for understanding within this course. The course itself has two major components. You cannot pass this course without completing these two major components. So the first is critical analysis of our contemporary multicultural society, using film as our primary but not only source of information. Critical analysis will take the form of short, written responses, assignments, and online discussion. The second component is active engagement in a Milwaukee area organization that emphasizes issues discussed in our class. 15 to 20 hours are required, and you'll be reflecting on and discussing your service learning experience throughout the semester. So I just want to iterate again that this is a service learning course, and that you will actually not pass any part of this class unless you complete those 15 required service hours. So service learning in this course requires you to actively engage in a Milwaukee area organization. This class is going to have opportunities for working at various places throughout Milwaukee. While at your site, you will experience and witness many of the issues and systems that we study in class. Given the limitations that COVID-19 has put on us in a communal sense, you will be able to decide whether you want to complete this requirement through in-person volunteering, remote online volunteering, or through the completion of alternative service learning assignments. If you're involved with an organization that you think would be a good fit for this class, feel free to let me know and we can try and make that work. To look at the service learning opportunities and sites, please go to the service learning section of the class's Canvas site to find and log in to the service learning database. The sooner you sign up for a service learning site, the better. The Center for Community-Based Learning, Leadership, and Research, located on the ground floor of the Union, will provide help to students who foresee any difficulty with achieving this goal. However, students will need to address any of these obstacles early. You will not pass this class if you fail to do so. I would personally suggest that you guys try and sign up as soon as possible. There are a limited number of service learning sites, and each of those service learning sites takes a limited number of students. So the sooner that you sign up, it really just means that you'll get first pick. Please be sure to watch the service learning presentation that you can also find on this week's Canvas module to learn a little bit more about this process.
So the goal is definitely for all of you guys to get placed with community partners to complete your 15 service hours. However, given the circumstances of the pandemic that we're currently in, if any of you find yourselves in a circumstance where you're not able to complete those 15 hours with a community partner, you have the option to complete alternative assignments in place of the 15 hours. As you can see here, there are 4 different alternative assignments. Each one of these alternative assignments is worth 5 hours. So you would need to complete a total of 3 alternative assignments in order to complete the service learning requirement. So if we're just going to take a look at a couple of these, I'm going to go ahead and open up the first one. So as you can see, Each one of these alternative service learning assignments is the equivalent of a 5-page paper. Here is the fourth one. These service learning assignments will be due at different points throughout the semester. If something happens in the middle of your service learning experience and you're only able to complete half of your service learning hours with your community partner, you do have the option to complete the rest of your hours with alternative service learning assignments.
So our course objectives are that by the end of this course, you'll be able to demonstrate an understanding of film and related visual time-based media, the sources of visual representations and constructions of identity implicit in popular film, video, and time-based media, the personal and cultural significance of media arts and their production, the cultural and historical context of current film and media arts, and the historical context in which minorities have become misrepresented in American cinema. Online discussion poses a very important aspect of this class. It's reflected in the grading policy and the amount of time that the class spends in online discussion each week. Participation here hinges on your ability to listen thoughtfully and respectfully to your peers, answer questions, and contribute generously to online class discussion, as well as thoughtfully share about your own experiences and perspectives. The key is to bring a spirit of openness and curiosity, and balance self-reflection with understanding the experiences and opinions of others. Talking about race, gender, ability, and other axes of difference around which violence and power are organized can be a painful, difficult, and even harmful experience. We will be aware of these risks as we treat ourselves and each other with care and respect, and bring a commitment to growth and learning. We will seek to lean into the discomfort that feels supportive and aids our growth, while seeking to avoid discomfort that is unloving and hurtful to each other. We will strive to lovingly challenge ourselves and one another. So we do have some guidelines for class conduct. So this semester we will be looking out for each other's well-being, making every effort to respect, encourage, and listen to each other's experiences, while not making inflammatory statements that could be purposely offensive or demeaning toward each other. For anyone who exhibits disrespectful behavior, I will strongly recommend your removal from this course. So to create a positive learning environment for everyone, we're all going to aim for respectful and empathetic listening. Effective dialogue hinges on our ability to listen with the goal of understanding and building connections, even if we disagree with what is being said. To work toward understanding, we will respect that each person's perspectives are valid and that they come from a legitimate place. If we don't understand those perspectives, we will ask questions and avoid making silent judgments. Personal responsibility. We will use I statements, such as I believe that, rather than generalizing or provoking, such as, but don't you think? Collective responsibility. We will speak for ourselves and not for others, including groups to which we belong. Likewise, we will respond to content rather than personalized comments that are made. Mindfulness. We will be mindful of our personal impact on the group. Confidentiality. Any sensitive information about individuals that's shared during a class online discussion remains only on that forum. So all of this course's weekly readings will be posted to Canvas, and most of those readings will come from the following books: America on Film, representing race, class, gender, and sexuality at the movies; White Fragility, Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism; Borderlands, La Frontera, by Glorian Saldúa; and The New Jim Crow, Mass Incarceration in the Age of Colorblindness. So I put this information up so that you guys can feel free to order your own copies of these books if you'd like to have physical versions of them, but they will all be available as PDFs on Canvas. So in terms of the grade breakdown, all of your assignments and projects will be published on the weekly modules of Canvas. Each assignment should be handed in through Canvas. So 15% of your grade will be written reflections and assessments. Most weeks, there will be either a 400-word written reflection or an assigned assessment due. Each week, you will find your reflection or assignment assigned in that week's module. They will address your service learning experience, films screened in the course, readings, class discussion, or other class-related topics. 5% of your course is a midterm project, in which you will write a nonfiction story based on your service learning experiences. Details on this assignment will be given out later in the semester. 20% of your grade is the final creative project, which is a script. So you'll be writing a screenplay for a short film based on an experience you've had with culture, identity, or power. Details on this assignment will also be given out later in the semester. And then finally, we have the two most weighted portions of the course. 30% of your grade is online discussion. So the final chunk of your grade is 30% for completion of service hour requirements. So you'll turn in a log of your documented 15 to 20 hours of service learning. You'll also be completing reflections and assignments in relation to your service learning experience throughout the semester. Late assignments. So late assignments are accepted, but they'll lose an entire letter grade for lateness every additional day that they're late. So if you're 1 day late, an A becomes a B. If you're 2 days late, an A becomes a C. And this point reduction caps at 3 days. So if you're late 3 or more days, an A becomes a D. A late project is a project not completed according to the project's deadline, and a project is late even if it's by just a few minutes. If you have extenuating circumstances, you can email me, as I do offer some exceptions. Late projects will not be returned with notes, and as a practical matter, may not be graded until the end of the semester. And please note that late assignments due to documented illness or death in the family will be exempt from this late assignment penalty. So if you have any special needs, questions, or accommodations that you need met in order to meet the requirements of this course, please contact me as soon as possible. This course will be formatted the same way every week unless otherwise indicated. Every week you will take part in a screening, readings, an online discussion, and an assessment. These instructions and assignments should be completed in the order they are given, as they often build on and refer to each other. When you open up our classes Canvas page, so it won't look exactly like this is my instructors page, but I wanted to show it to you guys so you can get a rough idea of what you should be expecting every week. So for example, the first week, you have your weekly instructions, your reading, this is your online class discussion, and this is an assessment. And so every single week you should expect the same. Every single week you have weekly instructions that will be on Canvas as well as emailed to you. Every class you will have readings. Every class there will be a screening for you to take part in. And every class there will be a class discussion online. Well, that's it for now. I look forward to meeting all of you online, and feel free to email me or message me with any questions.